I knew it was going to be a great challenge, one of the most difficult tasks I've ever taken on. To make up for my late entry, I canvassed almost every single day straight for 3 months. Most of the time, it was 2 or 3 times a day. And on top of that, I had at least one of my children with me. So you could just see me walking around my district with a child on my back and most likely one in the shoulder as well. It was mentally, physically, and sometimes emotionally exhausting. I only raised $1,400 while my incumbent spent about $10,000. But all of that paid off. I beat him by 32 votes. So what does that all have to do with you? I was a first-time candidate, and my campaign manager was a first-time campaign manager. In fact, 3 first-time candidates won in Hamilton County, where our unofficial slogan is, I didn't know there were Democrats in Hamilton County. So just quick shout-out to Jocelyn Bear and Miles Nelson of Carnival. I surrounded myself with people who supported me and my vision for the future. I was able to overcome the various challenges of everything that I encountered. By working with those who had already seen what had worked and what did not work, I was able to make the most of my limited resources. Given how interesting our current government is, now's not time to help make the changes that you want to see. So I urge you to get involved and stay involved. That's how we make the biggest impact on everyone's lives that we care about. I see this as our highest civic duty to raise our voices and get involved. Nationally, out of the 5,900 state legislative seats up for election in 2016, 1,993 were uncontested. Those were seats that Democrats could have filled, and that we're going to fill this year. That was 34%. If everyone participates, our democracy is stronger. We need more and new choices to make ourselves move forward. We can't just sit here and hope that somebody else will do it. That's what's been happening in Hamilton County. Running for office is not just for old, rich white men anymore, and not for those who already hold office or very capable geniuses. It's for all of you. We can only be a truly representative democracy by making sure our elected officials reflect those values of those they represent. And we all know they don't currently. I want to encourage you to engage with the public and listen to the heartbeat of the community. Let them know they are not alone in their thoughts. Our teachers deserve better pay, women deserve autonomy, and everyone deserves equal rights. So go out and run, or support those who want to. There are so many great candidates out there. Some of them are sitting in this room right now. Whatever your role is moving forward, whether it's candidate, staffer, or local leader, your best work will always come when it's part of a collaborative effort. By building on each other's strengths, we can achieve more than we ever could on our own. I'm not going to tell you it's easy, because it's definitely not. You have to seek out advice and listen to feedback. You have to reach out to the community, push to increase both turnout in elections as well as community events. The message cannot get lost or ignored when it's the same people, or the message can get lost and ignored when it's the same people running over and over again. You're already making the right first step. You made a decision to try and make this country better. I encourage that when you leave here today to continue on and be the new voice. Take advantage of the resources around you. You have the state party, the county parties, city and town parties, young Dems, college Dems. There are so many organizations out there that are willing to help you and want you to run and win. So I want to say my committee quote one more time. Democratically elected government is only good as those willing to stand for its offices. Thank you for coming today, and best of luck in your future endeavors. Now let's get to work.
I can't say at the podium. I'm just gonna talk a little more freely. I'm Robert Pope. I'm the first Democrat in Avon's history to be elected to the town council. To be perfectly clear, it's a young history. We're only about 25 years old, but I'm still going to take the first Democrat. I want to say a quote as well. I believe it was Vice President Biden said, first you lose by a lot, then you lose by a little, and you win by a little, then you win by a lot. In 2018, I attended this training in January of 2018, and I ran that year thinking I was going to get my butt kicked, just completely wiped Hendricks County, very red. There's no way a Democrat can win. I lost by 59 votes out of 7,000, less than 1%. And that was the motivation to get me to run again last year, and I won by a lot. So what I'm trying to say is, for those of you that are here for the first, let me get a raise of hand. If you're here for the first time, you've never ran for an office, this is your first time you run for office. Fantastic, you're doing that first step. Round of applause. Second step, run again. It's going to be hard. Just as Sam said, this is in no way, shape, or form easy. You're going to go home at night wanting to cry. This big 6'3", 250-pound man, I'm telling you, you're going to want to go home and cry. You have that cry. Get up and do it again. When you lose that first time, if you lose that first time, I hope you don't, but if you do, go home and cry. Get up and do it again. We need to continue to fill the ballots. We don't need people that just come out that once, because this is an endurance race. It's not a sprint. Please run again next year. Please give it all your effort this year. I hope that you, more than anything, you win. But my secret sauce was I had to do it twice to get elected once. That's all I'm going to say. Please take from this training the strategy. Look locally where you live for the tactics that you're going to need to improve your situation and make the best of the resources what you have locally. And at the end of the day, if you need to, go home and cry. You can call me. You can cry on my shoulder. That's fine too. Thanks, everybody. Good luck. Another round of applause for yourself, because this is the hard work. That first step is it. Thank you all.
Alrighty, now we're going to go ahead and get started with the day. So I am Jocelyn Hunt. I work with the National Democratic Training Committee. Not too long ago, I worked with the Indiana Democratic Party as well. So it's great to be back here. Again, I just turned off my screen. But it's great to be back here and see so many people in this room ready to learn today. Just a little bit about us. We are the National Democratic Training Committee. As we know of, we're the only organization to train in person in all 50 states last calendar year. We're going to do that again this year, and hopefully go everywhere twice this year. So we're super excited to be here. This is our second training this year. We're also in Florida today, very different weather for our trainers down there versus here. But we, in addition to trainings just like this one, we also have an extensive online academy. I'll show you all a little bit of information about that in just 1 second. And we also have a really cool program called Staff Academy, where we take people who are in progressive spaces who just haven't really gotten their foot in their own campaigns. That's a cohort of about 150 people this year, and they do 8 weeks intensive online. And then 4 days in person, and then we help place them on campaign jobs. So we'll do that every year, maybe twice a year moving forward. So if that is something that you have any interest in or know someone, come talk to us about it today. We can definitely tell you more information about that program. But mainly we come to all 50 states and run a program like today. So I'm going to quickly walk you all through what you all are going to go through today, and then we'll introduce our trainers and get started. Here's a little bit more on our online course. This is just a quick preview. You'll see this in every slide deck. Every PowerPoint or every training that you have, we'll then give you some online suggestions afterwards that if you need to learn a little bit more about what we talked about today, or some additional information on that topic, we'll put you in the right direction. It's also in all of your workbooks that you all have, some different online courses. One of the reasons that we do what we do every day is, as Democrats, we have limited time, money, and people to help our campaigns. So we want to make sure that we're doing everything the smartest, most efficient way humanly possible. And we're going to talk about this a lot today. We're going to come back to it. We're going to talk about how, with our limited time and people that we have, how we run, how we support our candidates, and how, as Democratic organizations, we grow the most efficient way. So there are 3 different groups in here. You all saw that at check-in. So everyone can see, if you're running for office or thinking about running for office, can you raise your hand for a second? Awesome. That is a great group of the room. So you all will be in 2 different groups today, and we'll split up in just a minute. But you all have so much more to learn again online in addition to today. So I definitely encourage you all to do that, and hope that you're all on the ballot soon. We have our campaign staff and volunteer leadership. Can you all raise your hand? Great. And then our local leaders. Awesome, great. Well, we are so glad you were all here today, and we are going to cover 4 main sessions. You all have your agenda, and your 4 main sessions are actually going to be different based off of which audience track you're in. If you're a candidate, you're not going to learn the same thing in field as a local leader is going to learn. That's why we have you in your groups. That's why we have an agenda set with the flow of everything. So, field, fundraising, communications, and digital are those main 4. And you will start, each of you will start in a different group and a different track, and we'll go through those in just a minute. In every training space before we start, we like to just establish and set some norms. This is really important because we all come from different learning backgrounds and different spaces, so we like to make sure going today we're all on the same playing field for where we are. So our first one is pipe up, pipe down. Does anyone in here know what that means? Yeah.
Is it when to talk and when to listen?
Yeah, when to talk and when to listen. So if you're like me and you like to talk a lot and answer all the questions and ask all the questions, just take a second and think, step back, and give some time and give some space for other people who necessarily don't talk all the time to do that. And if you're someone who doesn't normally talk as much, share your thoughts and ideas. Take a stand today and do that. Share some new opinions and new ideas. We're all in a safe space, so please do that. Be respectful. This is pretty self-explanatory, but again, we all have different backgrounds. We all come from different learning spaces. Please be respectful to one another. When people share their opinions, when you're talking to people, getting on the elevator, so on and so forth, just make sure you're respectful to others. Be present. We know you all have lives outside of this room and lots of things happening. If you need to take a phone call, if you need to send a text that's going to be long, totally just step out of the room. It's okay. But if we can just kind of be screens down in the training spaces so everyone can learn. And then ask questions. Our slides and our presentations and our trainers are set up 100% so you all can ask questions throughout the entire presentation. So please ask questions. They all have a wide swath of experience and lots of different things and different ways that they can help you. So please ask questions. Alrighty. We are going to now introduce our trainers, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So our trainers are in the back of the room, so if y'all want to face that way, we'll introduce them. So first we have Ivy Hart. Ivy is training on digital today, so if you were starting in the digital room, you'll be starting with her. Next we have Elise Schrock, who is from Indiana. It's actually our first year training with us. She'll be training on communications today. And then we have Ben Deverman. Ben is coming from South Dakota and will be training on fundraising today. And then Dan Kovacs will be training on field with us today. So you'll see them throughout the day. If you all have questions, ask them. You can ask me. There are a few other people in training them, shirts running around. Ashley's back there. Please ask us any questions or anything that you have. Before we split up, I do want us to take a group photo because there's so many people here. I want to make sure that we get it on camera. So I think the easiest way is just for us to take a selfie on the stage. So if you're able and you can stand up and kind of scoot towards the front of the room, we'll get up and we'll have Chairman Zodi take a selfie of us.
We're too far over.
Yeah, if we can kind of scrunch up towards the center.
From the outside row of tables is too wide.
Yeah.
So kind of squeeze in.
Right in front.
Get a little bit closer. Let's keep on scooching in.
Act like you like your friends.
Ready?
Yeah, his arm's getting tired.
Take after 5. Take on 5. Take after 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. 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 Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Alrighty, just some other quick things as you are sitting down before we go into our groups. Everything that you will see today, you can get so many more resources, copies of what we're talking about, images online. So we are a recording free space. So if you are need any help, we have to not to record in this space. And then a lot of people ask if they can take pictures of the slides. You're more than welcome to, but again, everything is online and in your workbooks, so you really don't need to take photos of the slides. So, yeah.
Everybody, I just want to let you know also we have a number of members of our state central committee here with you, the kind of board of directors of the state party. So I know Adam Dickey, Martha Nice, Rick Sutton, David Black are going to be here, among others. I miss anybody. But as you see them throughout the day, I know they'll be talking to you if you're from their part of the state or just around. So just want to welcome them. I was remiss not doing that when I opened up. Thanks.
Great. All right, if you are a local leader, if you can gather your belongings, and you all are going to head out of the room first. And you all are going to be following Ivy down to digital. So Ivy will wait for you in the back of the room and walk you to the first room. It's also on your agenda.
All right, training about to begin. Slice things right to
All right, if you are a staff member, all of our staff, if you all want to stand up and gather your belongings, you all are going to